Under the weather.
Oh no.
Yes, yes.
It's a good idiom, but I'm sorry you're not feeling well.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
well, cool. Well, I hope you feel better.
I hope so.
Good. And Max, hello.
Hello, Stephanie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, very well. In Italy, it's a very good day. It's a sunny day in this moment because this morning was rainy, and all is fine. I'm ready to go.
Nice. Great. I love your attitude and enthusiasm. Great. And it's very nice to meet you also.
Of course, also for me.
Great. Natasha, hello.
Hello, Stephanie. Hello, guys. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. How are you today?
I am fine, thank you. How are you
I'm
today?
good. I'm good. It's a beautiful day outside, a nice Saturday, and we're going to do some grammar, and I love grammar. So
It's nice. I love it too.
good, good. We'll have fun. This is a tough one today. So great. Glad you're here.
Thank you.
And Jair, hello.
Hello,
How are you today?
I am pretty good, thanks. What about you, teacher?
I'm good, thank you. Enjoying my Saturday so far. Um, all right, so let's see. This is a class on passive voice, the passive voice, passive and active. And this has to do with, it's not a grammatical tense. It's more a style, and it can be quite challenging. So, in fact, some of the exercises here, I was just looking at them, and they would be challenging for many native English speakers. So you're going to get a really good grammar workout today. And as always, if you have any questions at any time, please ask. Questions are very helpful to everyone. Halim, hello. Halim, are you there? All right, maybe having some technical difficulties. We are going to start on one of my favorite websites, EnglishPage.com. You'll find the link in the chat. This website gives really good explanations of the grammar and some good exercises. So we'll start on English Page and then we'll move to some worksheets. And this is a two-part class, so you're welcome to stay for just 1 hour or do both classes. They will be different exercises. And one more. Thomas, hello. Thomas? All right, well, hopefully everyone's mics are working. Let's go to English Page and review or learn the grammar involved or the structures involved with active and passive verb forms. So again, this is not a grammatical tense in itself, but rather forms. A sentence can be active or it can be passive. In active sentences, the thing doing the action is the subject of the sentence, and the thing receiving the action is the object. These are the most common types of sentences. You are all familiar with active sentences. We have our subject, the thing doing the action, then the verb, and then the object, or the thing receiving the action. So for example, oops, the professor teaches the students. So the professor is the subject. He is doing the action. The action is teaching. And the object receiving the action is the students. Another example, John washes the dishes. John is the subject. He's doing the action, which is washing. And the dishes are the object receiving the action. Are there any questions on active form?
No, no question.
All right, yeah, this is the easy part. So the opposite of active is passive. And in passive sentences, the thing receiving the action is the subject of the sentence. And the thing doing the action is optionally included near the end of the sentence. So it might be there, it might not. So for example, well, this is the structure. So we have the thing receiving the action, then the verb be, then the past participle of the verb. We always have the preposition by, and then the thing doing the action. So for example, the students are taught by the professor. So now the subject is the students, even though they are receiving the action. And the action is still teaching, but here you see the verb in the passive tense or passive form. And then the thing doing the action, the professor, at the end. So we use the passive form when we want to put emphasis on the thing receiving the action. So you can use the passive form if you think that the thing receiving the action is more important or should be emphasized. Also, if you don't know who is doing the action. So you can also use the passive form if you do not know who is doing the action, or if you do not want to mention who is doing the action. All right, so any questions on that so far?
No, it's easy maybe too.
Good, good. Yeah, so we can kind of think of the subject and the object changing places. The object becomes the subject in a way. And active and passive sentences can happen in any verb tense. So our examples were in the simple present, but this could be in any of the tenses. So it gets really confusing, especially when we get into some of the perfect tenses. And we will have some exercises where you'll have different tensed sentences that you will have to make active or passive. All right. I'm not sure how many examples we should go over, but maybe just a few. So we've already looked at a few simple presents. In the present continuous, active, right now, Sarah is writing the letter. In the passive form, it will sound like this. Right now, the letter is being written by Sarah. So in this sentence, the letter is more important than Sarah. All right, maybe we should just go straight to some exercises. Actually, no, let's look at Let's look at one more tense just to show what they might sound like. So here's an active future perfect continuous sentence. The famous artist will have been painting the mural for over 6 months by the time it is finished. And the passive form of the same sentence is, the mural will have been painted by the famous artist for over 6 months by the time it is finished. This form, passive forms, are more common in written English, especially in non-fiction texts. So any text like a history book or informational text, you'll see the passive form rather frequently. All right. Are there any questions at this point? I think we'll have more as we get into the exercises. All right, so maybe keep this page open on your desktop if you'd like. I'm going to stop and we'll switch to the exercises. Here we go. We will go, you'll each take turns completing each exercise. So the first exercise is just recognizing active and passive sentences. So you'll read the sentence and then indicate whether the verb is active or passive, and also which verb tense is being used. So a little bit of a verb tense review. So for example, this hotel was built in 1950. Here's the verb. I see that it's be and the past participle. So this is a passive sentence. And I can tell by looking at be that it's also in the past tense. Another example. People speak Spanish in Mexico. This is an active sentence. And it is in the present tense. All right, so let's get to it. Do I have a volunteer to start?
I try.
Wonderful, thank you, Max. Go ahead when you're ready.
The first, all the food at the party was eaten. I think that is a passive and it's a past tense.
Very good. Let me trying to get my typing here. It's moving very slow. Uh-oh. Doesn't look like it's letting me type today. Sorry, just a moment. I'm supposed to be able to type right on the document. Oh no. Ugh. Well, as you can see, my computer's being difficult. You are correct. Here's our verb, was eaten. It's in the passive, and it's in the past tense. Don't know why it won't let me type. Oh, this is going to be a problem if we can't type. Shoot. Okay, here we go. It's just moving really slow. Or maybe not letting me type on the first activity. I apologize. There we go. Okay. So passive and past tense. Excellent. Thank you very much, Max. Let's move to the left. Jair, will you take number 2, please?
Okay. I fed the cat last night. I think it is activity present tense.
It is active.
Yes, past tense.
Yeah, past tense. Active past tense. Great. Excellent. And number 3, Ilias, hello.
Good morning, teacher. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Thank you for asking.
Good, good. Well, welcome to Active and Passive. Your task in this exercise is to look at the verb and decide if the sentence is active or passive, and then what tense it's in.
Now it's my turn.
Yes, it is.
The mail is delivered every day. It's passive voice because the double action is not is absent. The first the sentence is in present tense.
Good, very good. Yep. So here's our verb. It's passive, and we can tell from is present tense. Great. Thank you very much. 4, Halim, hello.
Hello, Stephanie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good, thank you. So it's your turn. Number 4, please.
Okay, the mailman delivers our mail in the morning. It's active. And present tense.
Yep, excellent. Active sentence in the simple present tense. Great. Anna Belén, Anna, next one.
Me, teacher?
Yes, number 5, please.
Okay. The meeting will be held in the conference room. Is a passive future tense.
Very good. Excellent. Yep, there's the entire verb. Passive future tense. Great. Number 6, going around the corner. Tomas, hello.
Hi, teacher.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay.
So number 6.
Okay. First of all, always I have been so many troubles with this kind of exercises because I don't know how can I know when a verb is in passive or active. I cannot find the difference.
It is, yeah, that's why we're here, and it's not easy. But hopefully through doing some of the exercises, it'll become more clear. One thing to remember is that passive will always have be in it, be and the past participle. So if you see be and the past participle, that will tell you it's passive.
Okay. Well, yeah. In this case, the time this is in the past. The verb is in past.
Oh, this one is tricky. This is this is a perfect tense. So we see has and past participle. It's a perfect tense, and this is going to be present perfect.
Present perfect. Okay. This is. I think this is an active.
Yes, correct. Very good. Present perfect. Yep, so there's no be in there, just the auxiliary have and the past participle. So it's active. The person performing the action is in the subject place. Great. Excellent. Thank you very much. And Natasha, the next one, 7.
Okay, John's car is being fixed right now. It's a passive voice and present continuous.
Excellent. Yep, exactly. So here's our be, past participle. So those tell us it's passive, and we have the be with the ing. So present continuous is being fixed right now. Notice with this one, there is the person doing the action is not mentioned at all. So the mechanic who's fixing the car isn't mentioned in this sentence. The mechanic is not important. What's important is that the car is getting fixed or is being fixed. Great. Max, number 8.
20 people were invited to the party. I think active and past tense.
It's definitely past tense. Do we know who is inviting? Who is doing the inviting?
20 people.
No, 20 people are receiving the action. 20 people are being invited.
It's quite hard to
Yeah.
to find the active and the passive for me. And then the meaning is this is a passive.
Yeah, it is. This is a passive, and this is not easy stuff. Great job. Passive, and you said past tense. Very good. Excellent. All right, and 9, Jair.
Okay, they will make a decision at the meeting. It is active and the future tense.
Very good. Excellent. Yep, if you can answer the question, who is doing it, then you know it's active. Who is doing it? Well, they are. I don't know who they are, but they are making the decision. Great. And 10, Ilyas.
The wind blew down trees. So here is active sentence because we have the subject. Past. The verb to blow in the past.
Yes, very good. Yep. So active. Who is blowing? The wind is blowing. So it's active. Great. All right. In the next part of this, we're going to change. We have 6 active sentences, and we are going to change them to passive.
Teacher, to blow down is like to drop.
Yeah. To blow down is to blow over, to knock over, to fall. Yeah. Good question. Good. So does anyone have any other questions before we change these active sentences? All right, so let's look at the first active sentence. I fed the cat last night. You need to change that to passive. This will be a little trickier. And Halim, it is your turn.
Yes, okay. The cat was fed last night.
Good, great. Yep, perfect. Made it look easy. The cat was fed last night. We don't know who's doing it. It doesn't matter. What's important is that the cat ate food. Good. Our next active sentence is this one. The mailman delivers our mail in the morning. And Anna, it is your turn.
Okay. This sentence is active, and I have to change into passive.
Correct. Very good. Yes.
Okay.
And like,
well, I I don't know.
I'm gonna, yes.
I don't know. Let's see.
Start with the male. The
Uh, um, because the male is the object.
Yes.
So the male is delivered in the morning.
Perfect.
Oh.
Excellent. And if you wanted to, you could add by the mailman, but it's not necessary.
Okay. Yes, it's true. By the mailman. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Good. And this is in passive sentences. This part is often not included.
Okay.
Which can be confusing as well. So great.
In some cases, it's not necessary.
But sometimes, teacher, but sometimes I think sometimes it is sometimes I think that sometimes it is necessary to know the doer of the action.
Yes, sometimes it's necessary. So sometimes it's very important to include the thing or person doing the action, but oftentimes it's not important. So sometimes this won't be there. It all depends on how important it is. Good, really good job. All right. Back to Tomas for the next one. The next active sentence is number 6. And it's present perfect, so a little extra challenge.
Okay, the mechanic has already fixed my car. My car was.
Keep the you'll still want the has for the perfect tense. Keep the has.
Has been.
Yes.
Has been fixed by the mechanic.
Yes, very good. Perfect.
Okay.
That's good. All right. Great. Next active sentence is number 9. They will make a decision at the meeting. And Natasha, it is your turn.
Okay. A decision will be made at the meeting.
Good. And in that passive sentence, it's not important who is making the decision. What's important is that it is made. Great. And Max, next one. Oh, did I miss an active sentence? I thought we had 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we only have 5. Okay. So our last one. Here's the last active sentence, number 10.
The wind blew down the trees. Then the trees had blown down by the wind.
Yep. You need a be. You need be in there. So what?
Okay.
And it will be.
Been, okay. And then I think have been blown down.
That would be. Yes, that's passive, but that's passive and present perfect. We want just simple past. So you'll use be in the simple past. So
Okay.
the trees were.
Were, sì, è plural, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Were blowed down.
Yep, and this is an irregular past participle, so it's blown.
Oh, blown, okay.
Great, great. And we could add by the wind if we wanted, but we certainly don't have to. Excellent. Nice work, everyone. Any questions on any of these? All right, so let's go on to the second set of exercises. And these, I'm going to warn everyone, these exercises get harder and harder. So in this exercise, we have different tenses and with modal verbs. So modal verbs like can, have, should. So all of that mixed up, and with the modals it gets a little trickier. But so in these exercises, you will simply change the passive sentence, change the active sentence to passive. And let's see, it is Jair. Is it your turn, I believe?
Okay.
Yes.
People speak English in Australia. How can I say? In Australia, people have been speaking English.
That is, yep, that's present perfect. Start with English.
English has been speaking.
Good. Yep. We're getting closer. That's still perfect. So, and this is very common mistake. So everyone, if there's no has or have in the sentence, you won't use have or has in the passive. So you'll just use be in the simple present.
Okay. Maybe English is spoken in Australia.
Yes, very good. Perfect. It's tricky. Nice work. And Ilyas, number 2.
They are writing the report now. The report is being written.
Excellent. Very good. Super. Simple past is our next one. Halim.
Mailman was beaten.
Good. Excellent. And we could say by the dog if that's important. Great. Number 4, Anna.
Okay. He was still fixing the car when I arrived at the garage. The object in the car, it is past continuous. The car was still being fixed when I arrived at the garage.
Very nice. Excellent. So with continuous, it can be tricky. The ing moves to the be.
Yes.
So very, very good. Excellent. And back to Tomas, number 4. Excuse me, 5.
Okay, future. Someone will give us a tour. The, the sentence is in future.
Yes, it is. Here's our verb, will give.
So the answer is just exactly the same.
No, this one's going to be a tricky one as well. So here's the person doing the action, and here is the person receiving the action.
Okay.
So you'll want to start with this, but because it moves from the object position to the subject position, you have to actually use a different pronoun.
So in this case, must be we.
Yes, very good.
We will receive.
We will, and then use be and the past participle of give.
We will. This is quite complicated.
Yeah. You'll just use the base form of be. So when you have will, it'll just be will be. And
Given?
then, yes, very good. Will be given.
Given a tour of the museum by someone.
Very good.
Okay.
Excellent. Great job. So it's these exercises are quite difficult, and they are going to get more challenging as we go. Everyone's going to come out of this much better at passive voice than we started, myself included. Great. Natasha, next one, number 6.
Okay. They are going to tear down the old building. The old building will be, I'm not sure, in this case, will be torn down by them.
Yes, let me think for a second on this one.
I don't know how we can change are going to.
Yeah.
I made these sentences without are going to.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, I think I would say the same thing. Let me just think for a moment. The old building. Oh, I see it. We can use is going, I just said it. We can use going to in place of the will. So you'll need, oh, this is a tricky one.
Yes.
It's going to be, is going to be torn down by them.
The old building is going to be torn down by them.
Yeah, it's almost like we have to have, it's like having to add 2 B's there. It's tricky. And of course,
I see. In this case, going to we haven't changed. Yes.
yes, yeah, going to will stay the same.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, great. And then the only tricky part is why are there 2 B's? And I can't really explain it. This is our B for the passive. And I can't really explain this B, so let's not ask at this.
It's like to be must in order to express the passive voice. We use to be.
Yeah, yeah.
Like is written, is played.
Yeah.
For example, I sent an email. The email is sent to be. Or it's important.
Yeah, we have that be here. This is our passive be and our past participle. So I'm not exactly sure why we need 2 B's in this one. But let's not worry too much about that one. Great. So number 7, Max.
Here I am. They have already given him the bad news. I try. The bad news has been already given. No, sorry. I restart. They have already given him the bad news. The subject is him. In this case, he.
Oh, yes.
Okay, he. It's very difficult.
That
this
is.
kind of
I didn't even catch
exercises.
that. I didn't catch that myself. So
Okay.
good work.
Okay. He has already. No, he has been already.
Already will go between the have and the past participle.
Okay. Then he has already been given. No. You are not happy for my sentence. Okay. I really don't know. I really don't know.
Say it again. You're correct. Oh wait. Let's see. Yeah, him. So he is the one receiving the action. So we start with he.
Okay, been. He has already been given.
Yeah.
By them.
We'll add that last. The by part will always go last in these sentences.
Okay. He has already been given. Given by. Given by them. And now I have to put the bad news.
Yes, and the bad news is going to go right after the verb.
Okay. He has already been given the bad news by them.
Very good. Excellent. Good. This one was tricky. Yeah, this was a tricky one because we have the direct object and we also have an indirect object.
I will never say a phrase like this. I promise. Never.
And happily, we don't use passive in spoken English usually. So that is very, very good for all of us. In conversation, you won't use this very often. But,
lucky me.
Yes, lucky all of us.
Excuse me, Stephanie.
Yes.
Can we say that the bad news has given to him?
The bad, yes, I think we can. Let me think for a second. That might be, let's see, the bad news
has been given to him. Huh?
Yeah, let me type that. The bad news has already been given to him. Yes, this is another passive structure. And they both mean the same. I really can't see, there's really no difference between them except that we have our the indirect object. Yeah, I guess we would, the difference between the two, if what's important is that he has the bad news, then we would put he first. But if we're focused on the bad news, then we'll use this passive.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, really great question. Excellent. All right, and let's see. I hope I didn't lose track. Anna, I think it is your turn for number 8.
Okay. And they had built the houses before the war started. So, past perfect, and the houses had been built before the war started.
Excellent. Very good, very good. Excellent. All right, going around. Tomas, your turn, number 9. And this, we have a modal, so this is gonna get even trickier.
Okay.
And maybe I should probably tell everyone before we start, when you have the modal, the form of be is just the base form, be.
Okay. Should I change the sentence to a question?
Nope. Change it to passive. So here's the active, and you'll change it to passive by moving the object to the subject position.
The project can be finished on time.
Good. Very good. This is a strange passive. You wouldn't typically say that, but that is the correct passive form. Great.
Okay.
And Natasha, next one, number 10.
Okay. You have to send the parcel today. Today. The parcel have to be sent today.
Yep, and has to be sent.
No. One moment. The parcel have to be. Why have? It's perfect. It's perfect. It's present perfect.
No, it's because the parcel is now the subject of the sentence. So the verb has to match the subject. So here the subject is you. You have to.
Yes. I see. I'm sorry.
No. These are tricky. These are tricky for exactly that reason. Well, and many others. The object becomes the subject, and that does change the verb sometimes.
Yes. Thank you.
Great job. Great. And number 11, Max.
Okay. The modal should. You should sweep the floor every day. What does mean sweep, teacher?
To sweep is to clean the floor with a broom.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
And then it's an irregular verb. To sweep, sweep.
Yes.
Okay. I try. The floor should been swept by you.
Yeah. And with after a modal, it will always be
Every day.
be.
Should be.
Yep. So the floor should be
swept
every
day by you.
Great.
Quindi, and then after a modal, always the normal verb be in this case.
Yep, always the base form or the infinitive minus the to. Good. Great.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, great. And this would be one of those sentences where we probably, if we're talking to the person, we probably wouldn't include the by you. But we certainly can. It is grammatical. Great work, everyone. Elias, number 12.
Number 12, you must wear your seat belt all the time. Your seat belt all the time must be worn.
Good. And we would put at all times will come at the end still. So your seatbelt must be worn at all times. Excellent. Very nice. And 13, Halim.
They might complete the new bridge by next year. Yes. The new bridge might be complete by next year. Next year.
Good. Excellent. Great. And 14, Anna, our last one here.
14 May. They may contact you this week.
They may
You as the object, so you may be contacted this week. Sorry, I hear a back wrong.
Yeah, I hear someone else. So just a reminder, keep your mic muted when it is not your turn.
You may be contacted this weekend by them.
Yes, you may be contacted this week.
You may be.
And this would be another case where we typically won't add the by them.
Should be.
Because what's important is the contact. Doesn't matter who's contacting you, matters that you will be contacted. All right, great. Thank you very much, Anna. Excellent. And we will, this is a two-part class, so we'll start the next exercise. We may not have time to finish, but we'll continue in the next hour if you're available to join us. So this might be a little easier. You will look at the verb in parentheses and put it in the passive form and the correct tense. So you'll have to think about what tense it is, what's the proper tense to use. So look for the time signal words and use the correct tense. So number 1, Tomás.
Okay. My car is at the service station. It has been repairing.
Yes.
It is being repaired.
Yes, very good. Yep. So from right now, we know that we need that continuous in there.
Okay.
Very good. Excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Number 2, Natasha.
Okay. Dinner was being served at 7 last night.
Good. And we don't need the past continuous. So just was
being served.
You already have your be.
Yes, I have to use being because in these sentences we have a sharp time. It means that it is past continuous active. It was active, and now we have to do passive past continuous.
But I think because this one won't be continuous.
But you want to use past simple?
Yeah, this will be just past simple passive.
Because last night?
Yes, because of last night, because it's...
and it doesn't matter what, in this case, we can see the sharp time. That even in this time, dinner was served.
Yeah, that it's not a repetitive or ongoing in the past. It happened just once.
Okay, I see.
Good, great, and good explanation there. So dinner was served at 7 o'clock last night. Great. And we'll try to squeeze in just a couple more here. Ilyas, number 3. Ilyas? Okay. Ilyas, are you there? Strange. Okay, we'll go on. Anna, number 3.
Okay. Your check has already been deposited in the bank.
Yep, deposited, but not has. That would be a present perfect sentence.
Yes.
So we need be, a form of be here.
Has already deposited or has already been deposited.
But no has here.
Have?
Use be. So your check, be in the past tense.
Yes, was.
Yes, there we go. And I just want to, let's see, I'm going to type the present perfect sentence because
it's not possible the present perfect in the sentence.
Yes. Let me type it really quick. So the present perfect sentence would be your check has already been deposited, and this. So this is the present perfect, and this is an active.
Yes.
No, it's not. It's not active. It's passive, but it's present perfect. You know, maybe we can do present perfect.
Teacher, do you hear me?
Yes. I actually, now that I'm thinking of it, Anna, I think you're right and I'm wrong here.
Yes, because, for example, if
because
I say,
of the already.
No, teacher, I have another option. If I say, for example, your check was already deposited, it's yesterday. With yesterday, we can put already the past. For example, your check was already deposited yesterday.
Yeah. Yep. You all are correct. So very good. Thank you, Anna. I didn't catch that. Because you could say this, you might hear people say this, but it's not technically grammatically correct. It should be the present perfect form.
Okay.
But you will hear native speakers say that. Don't listen to them. It's wrong. Use has already.
As we don't have the past, it's important that we use the present perfect because we have already here.
Yes. Yep.
But in case there is, for example, last year, if you speak in the past, we can put the simple past with already, as I read it.
Yes. Yep. Grammatically, it's incorrect. But you will hear native speakers say that from time to time.
Okay.
So really good one. And like so much that I thought that. So it does happen, but it is not correct. This is correct. Anna gets 10 bonus points. And with that, we're going to, it's 1 o'clock, or it's the hour now. So we'll stop part 1. And I'll start part 2, and hopefully you all can continue with this. I'm learning so much.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. See you all in a few minutes or in the future.
Thank you.